Hi Aquarius, I hope that you guys are doing well with everything that's going on. Just know that I'm so happy to be here with you guys today and maybe bring a little happiness into your life for just a few minutes. I love you guys. I send you much love and light. Thank you for being here with me, clicking on this video. My name is Lynn and this is Passionate Heart Tarot, and this is going to be your love reading for June, Aquarius. So let's take a look and see what Spirit shows us. What is going to happen for you guys this month in your love life? And if you haven't had a chance to check out your previous reading, please do. And before I begin, I just want to take a moment to call on Spirit. All right, Aquarius, let's see. How is your love life looking? What's going to happen in June? So Pisces energy is here. You guys might have that in your chart, or you could be dealing with Pisces or Taurus. All of that energy is here. All right, Aquarius. So again, in your chart, or maybe someone that you have on your mind has that in their chart. I see this energy of kind of going back and forth. I know someone is having a hard time letting you go. But it makes me wonder, why do you want to walk away from this person? I know that someone here feels like they're not getting the commitment that they want and deserve. It's like there's confusion about where they truly stand with this person because of that. So it's like, why won't you either let me go or commit to me? So there is like this energy of an ultimatum. I know it makes me wonder what you guys have gone through, because I do see this energy of like the trust being broken and it being a struggle to rebuild that. So I wonder if you guys have dealt with lies, if maybe you haven't always told the truth, or feel like your person hasn't always been truthful with you, because I can just see that affects why things haven't moved to a more solid place. Ultimately it does. So I see this energy of confusion and walking away, but then they won't really let you walk away, holding on to you so tight. But there's like this energy of just wanting to release it. Like if you don't get what you want, I see you deciding like to close this chapter in your life. This energy is very significant because it's like closing it and deciding to not look back, maybe moving forward. And it's been hard for you, something that you might have gone back and forth with, maybe even over the years when it comes to this person. But there's a lot of potential here for someone to really say to themselves this month, like, if I don't get what I want out of this connection, I'm not gonna stay here. That's what I can see. Definitely the energy of an ultimatum. You might be the one who's making that when it comes to this person. I wonder how unspoken this is. I wonder if it's something that you've just decided in your mind and in your heart. I wonder if you've told your person that that's where you stand. So if you're confused the way that I can see. So a side note, some of you might find out that you are gonna have a baby. I know that this is for someone specific, wanting to walk away but coming back because you find out that you are actually pregnant. So that's the energy that's here. So definitely the energy of fertility is around you guys. So that's important, especially if you are trying to conceive. That energy is definitely here. All right, so that's important for someone to know. Very specific message for someone who needs to hear it. But anyway, it's like the energy of not really knowing where you stand with them. I want to look into this moon card. So it's important for you guys to acknowledge that maybe the trust has been broken on both sides, and you certainly can't keep holding that against one another. Because I know what someone here wants. They want dedication. They want to be married. They want to have like that ease of mind in knowing like this is something that I can count on, that I can depend on, that's real. We have a real commitment to one another. And for someone, that's only going to happen when that milestone is accomplished. So there's so much energy here of like an ultimatum. Like if I don't get the commitment that I want, I'm going to walk away. And I know for someone, they are going to find out that they are pregnant, and it's what makes them go back to the connection like this, because there's so much energy of like, we're done, no, we're back together. We're done, no, we're back together. This could be something that you've always, maybe you've dealt with this for a long time. So that's important for someone to know, is that what their person truly wants is to feel like their person's going to be there for them and never let them go. And the only way to achieve that comfort is by like, this is very formal. This is very traditional. It's not like saying, oh, this is my wifey, blah, blah, blah. This is like, I want to be married. Something that's very real, very solid. It's a true commitment that someone is longing for, and they don't want to hang on if they feel like they're not going to get it. However that speaks to you, because I know for some of you, with wanting a deeper commitment from this person, it could be just to know more where you stand with them, especially if it's like a situationship. And for others of you, it truly is wanting to get a ring, or, you know, vice versa, to know that whether you're giving it or receiving it, to know that this is what the other person wants. All right, that's what I can see. I want to look at this moon card. So what I want you to know that I can see here is the way that someone kind of always needs to save face. So that's why I wonder why Spirit is telling me how much of this is unspoken. Have you guys actually told your person that this is how you feel, and that you are very close to walking away from the connection if they don't give you what you want? Because the blockage that I can see here is the way that someone always needs to show that everything is okay. So I wonder how much suppressing this person does of their emotions. Because it's like revealing something and wanting to reveal it, right? But then what overcomes like wanting to come out with something is needing to show that everything is like perfect all the time. So I wonder if someone here is dealing with a perfectionist, or if you feel like this is how you are, you know, wanting to come across like everything is okay, but then deep down wanting so much more. You know, caring so much about what those around you think, whether it's friends, whether it's family. Always needing to save face. It's important for someone to break that cycle and really not care so much about what others think. They have to do what they feel is best for them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't let anyone pressure you into like, oh, you guys should have been at this stage in your relationship, and since you're not at this stage, it means all of these other things. Don't let anyone put thoughts into your head about your connection. It should be from a place like, these are your thoughts, this is what you really want, and not because of what's deemed right by society or by like what your friends and family say. Because that's not fair. Because I see that energy of feeling very confused. But where does that stem from? For some of you, it is because of the way you think things should be. But just know that everyone has their own love story that they write, and things happen exactly the way that they're supposed to, even if to the outside it seems like things are off. So it's very important for someone to not worry so much about saving face and coming across as like perfect all the time. They have to make a decision based on what they really want to do. All right, that's very important for someone to hear. That's what I can see, especially if you feel like you've been pressured and like what you're doing, people keep telling you that it's not right. That's not fair for them to say. I wonder if you guys, how frustrated you feel when it comes to this person, if you feel like you've said this over and over and over. But for some of you, you may not realize that you haven't made yourself as clear as you thought. It's definitely worth letting your guard down and trying to have another conversation with this person about what you really want. But again, think about where that really comes from, because you might think that this person has heard you loud and clear, but for some of you, maybe they haven't, and maybe it's worth seeing. It's worth putting in the effort for maybe one last conversation before you do choose to turn your back on the connection, because it just might be worth it. But I don't think they're gonna let you go so easily. They're not gonna let you go so easily. They're holding on to you so tight. But I can just see so many different levels of what gets in the way. The vulnerability, someone's afraid to put themselves out there all the way. And then there's like this lack of trust that's here. Maybe even like people interfering in your connection because they keep telling you what's right and the way that things should be. So there's a lot of thinking that you'll have to do. Because I see the ultimatum that's here, but that doesn't mean that you have to actually give it, especially if you've been thinking about it. Doesn't mean that you actually have to go through with it. It might be worth talking again, figuring out your emotions without input from those that are closest to you. All right, I want to look at this because I see the energy of just back and forth, back and forth. So maybe it's something that you don't even really want to do for some of you. So Aries energy is coming through. It's important for someone to understand like where their decision making comes from, and if it comes from a healthy place, or does it come from a place of like being too needy? Because that could be how you feel about this person, Aquarius. That's what's here, because I see the way that someone feels like the other one just lets their emotions get the best of them. They're saying, well, why don't you think logically about what we really have together and not about like the attention that you want. I know that sounds kind of mean. I hesitate saying it, but that's what I can see from someone else's perspective in this connection. They look at it logically and like, how can you throw away what we have just because I think communication is necessary here for someone to understand how truly impacted they are and what they want and just how much it means to them. Because the messed up thing is like this person looks at it like, oh, you need so much attention. But then from the other person's perspective, they're like, yeah, I want attention. This is the way that I want to be treated. So it's kind of like you guys are speaking two different love languages, letting these small things come between you guys and throw you off course. So there's a lot of emphasis here on like thinking about where these feelings come from. A lot of energy for someone to turn and look at themselves in the way that they're being and like what their intentions are. So there's a lot of messages that are coming through for you guys. A lot deeper than I thought it was going to be for just like 15 minutes into the reading. So it's important for whoever this is that has this ultimatum on their mind. Is that really what you want to do? Just think about it, because I don't see it, you know, making a clean break. I see a lot of energy of back and forth, someone fighting their emotions, hiding things. Could even be the way that how honest they are with themselves. And think about, where do these wants come from? Is it because what it should be? I mean, there's a lot to think about here, because I just see the energy of someone holding on so tight, and even if they do walk away, they come back. Realizing maybe that's what needs to happen for some of you, because I can see like when they walk away and come back, they think like, well, I guess it wasn't as bad as I really thought. My person wasn't as bad as I thought they are. They have a lot of good qualities. Even if some things are lacking, maybe the focus can be taken off of everything that's lacking and put back on what actually goes right in this connection. All right, Aquarius, so I'm going to stop your reading there, because if I don't, it's just going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. So that is what I have for you guys. And again, thank you for everything. Just know that I send you all much love and light. I'll be here in about a week again to be back with you guys. I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon.